Sci-fi! Yeah! Come on. All right.
Sci what?
Sci-fucking-fi!
What's up, everybody? Max CAVALERA of SOULFLY, and I'm blowing it up on Capital Chaos. Oi!
Hi, this is Am Pirate with Capital Chaos, and here with me is Max CAVALERA from SOULFLY. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me. How are you doing today?
Doing all right. Thank you. Good to be here.
Yes, it is good to have you in Sacramento. I know a bunch of people are excited to see you perform at the Boardwalk tonight. How have things been going on the tour so far?
Great. This is the fourth show of the tour. It started in San Diego, where our own headline show, and then we did 2 shows with Five Finger Death Punch, which is the tour we're on right now, opening for them. Really great, really cool guys, and that tour is actually awesome. A lot of people on the shows, and we're doing some headline shows like tonight, in between the Five Finger Death Punch shows. So it's great. You know, everybody's in a good vibe, and the band is in really good spirit, and we're playing a lot of new stuff from the new record Enslaved that just came out. So it's really excited. It's going to be a good long tour for us, because we're going to go all year long. We're going to tour right now with Five Finger Death Punch, and then we have another tour called Maximum Cavalera, which is my kids' band, going to open the tour inside in Lodi Kong. And then we go to Europe and do a bunch of stuff in Europe, and then I go to South America with Cavalera Conspiracy, and then I go to Southeast Asia to the end of the year. So I'm busy all year long.
Wow, you are busy all year long. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Enslaved. It came out just, not even 2 weeks ago, and it's already number 83 on Billboard. How does that feel?
It's awesome. It's really cool. You know, I'm very excited. When we heard it that debuted at that number, I was very, very excited. It's really cool, because it's an extreme record. You know, it's very extreme, and we didn't expect to do that good, and it surprised all of us, you know, in the band, and I think the label too. And I'm glad, and I'm really happy with the record. I think it's a really awesome, heavy record. It's heavier than the others, more extreme than the others, but seemed like people like it. I think people nowadays are more into extreme music than they were, 10 years ago. So I think that made it easier for the record to be successful.
I agree, and I also think a lot of it has to do with your lyrical content. It's stuff that people can relate to. So I did kind of want to talk about that. How do you stay up to date on worldly affairs and current news? What's your favorite way of keeping in touch with what's going on in the world around us?
A little bit of everything. I don't rely too much on news, because I don't think they're 100% accurate. Like CNN, I think they're one-sided, kind of news. Especially when you're in Europe, you can see that things are different than what they portrayed on TV. So I do watch a little bit of that. I read some newspaper, and check the internet a little bit, and just by that you keep at least current just to what's going on. But I try to pick my topics about stuff that interests me, and the stuff that I think is relevant, and I think it's something that's original to talk about. Like the Enslaved record is mostly about slavery. It's an old idea that I had 15 years ago. I want to make a record about slavery, and it's a subject that's mostly you hear mostly in blues, blues music, and like Mississippi type stuff. You hear about people, blues, talking about slaves and slavery, but not in metal and rock. So I thought it would be really original kind of topic, very unusual, but also it's a very heavy topic, so it goes great with the music. It's very aggressive music with slavery lyrics. It has a really lethal combination, so it's really powerful stuff.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. What has your fans' feedback been so far as to the Enslaved record? I know that it's reaching charts, but have you gotten any feedback from the fans? Yeah,
fans are really digging it, especially when World's came out, the video. We did a video for it. A lot of people liked the video. It's just like a movie, and had all these crazy scenes with JFK and Tsar and a guy in prison, and the devil and Jesus in the end fighting. It was really kind of cool, kind of controversial kind of video, and the feedback I got from WorldScum in the internet was great. People really loved the new direction. They're like freaking out because it's so death metal. It's sounding so extreme, and really liking it. And all the reviews I read so far have been very positive. A lot of the reviews have been very good about the record. So I'm very excited about it. You know, like to me, it's great to make a record the way you want it, but when you hear that the reaction is positive to what you do, it makes it even better, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it on the record before anybody heard it, because I thought it was a strong record. But after you hear people talking about getting excited, it's even cooler, you know, to hear that people are really digging it. And then playing live, it's also another step. Now they're getting to hear the songs live. Mm-hmm. We have been playing World Scum and Plata o Plomo. We're gonna add American Steel and Gladiator for the next couple shows. We're gonna try to work on the sound check in a little bit, but it's very excited. I think it was a cool record to make, and now it's just getting the feedback from the fans, very positive.
That's awesome. That's really good to hear. So how do you make your songs? Is it something that just comes to your mind randomly? Do you actually have to sit and be in a certain setting to get to that place where you have, you know, material to write about? Or what's the process for you?
Kind of combination. Most of them starts with riffs. I write riffs all the time, and I just record riffs and put them away. And later I listen to this. I have a machine that can burn them into CDs, so I can actually play in my car or in my room, you know. And so I make these riffs, and then the riffs gonna actually be what I take to the studio to make into songs. And then I take these riffs to the studio, and then I spread them around the band, let the band hear them, and then we turn them into songs. So it always starts with the riffs, and then the lyrics comes afterwards. Most of the time I record all the music first, and then I put the vocals on top of it, okay, after all the music is done. Very rarely I started with the lyrics. There's a couple songs that the lyrics came first, but most of them is the riff is the main thing that starts the song.
All right. Well, I had a couple fans send in some questions. This particular question is from Rick Unegas, who's one of your biggest fans. He wants to know, you've done a lot of collaboration with artists, a couple from Sacramento. Who's been your favorite guest appearance to have on a Soulfly album, or most memorable?
All of them have been very cool, you know. I don't have a favorite one. I mean, I work with a lot of people I really dig, like Tom Araya and Sean Lennon and Chino from the Deftones, from here, of course, and the Slipknot guys, Corey, you know, we did Jump the Fuck Up. David Vincent, Morbid Angel, and on the last record we have Travis from Cattle Decapitation. Mm-hmm. I think the most unusual one, to me, I think it was the Roots album, was the recording with the Indians, actually.
Yeah.
Because it was just so bizarre, because it was like us, acoustic guitar, drums, and then like 400 Indians sitting down, and they heard us playing the song that was going to record, and then they all start clapping and chanting something in their language, and we found out, man, they wanted to hear another one. It was an encore.
That's awesome.
You know, and that was real bizarre.
Yeah.
That was really a strange collaboration, but cool, you know.
That is. So is there anyone that you would like to collab with that you haven't yet, or some people that you've got in mind?
Yeah, there's a lot of people I still, you know, I love to work with. A lot of people from the thrash area that I grew up, which is my favorite kind of type of music from that time, around 80s, like Creator and Destruction and Celtic Frost. You know, all these guys still playing now. You know, I just did a show in Mexico, Destruction opened for us, and it was great to see Shamir, the singer of Destruction, and I like to work with some of those guys in the future, make some more kind of thrash songs and have some of those singers come in and sing on. It'd be great.
That does sound awesome. I look forward to that. All right, so I know that you've toured the world and you've seen a lot of different things. What are some of the best and worst things that you've seen in your experiences as a musician along the way?
The best, I think, is like going places nobody really goes, like Siberia, Eastern Europe, and China, and Israel. You know, like a lot a lot of these countries, a lot of bands don't go, and SoulFly tend to really try to go out there and try to really play those places. We ask our booking agent, actually, please let us go to these places, try to find shows in these remote areas, you know, and that's the coolest. The worst I ever seen was Sepultura in 1992 in Indonesia. The crowd got out of control, and the cops in the stadium, they had these really huge bamboo sticks, and they start beating all the kids into submission and make everybody sit down. Made like 20,000 people sit down until everybody was sit down quiet, and then we had to restart the show, which was really weird. You know, it just really felt like a cold shower, you know, in the middle of the set, and that sucks. I hate police, you know, oppression and violence, and that really turned me off. I really did not like to see our fans getting beat up by those bamboo sticks, but there's not much we could do. We just had to go on with the show.
Yeah. Well, that does sound pretty crazy. So what are some of your examples of things that you see as being good or evil?
I don't know. I think, you know, a lot of times maybe in the industry there's like, you know, there's evil things around it, like ass kissing and shit like that we don't actually do much, you know, and it's one of the reasons why I think SoulFly is not bigger, because we don't do that. Yeah. You know.
But it's more of an appreciation because it's underground, but everybody has nothing but respect for it.
Yeah, you know, it's I just don't dig the Hollywood thing, you know, that fake plastic kind of attitude, you know. So we don't do any of that. So it's it kind of separates us. It means we don't get bigger tours, but on the other hand, like you said, there's the integrity part of that's cool, you know, that keeps our integrity good, and you know, our fan base is great, so people believe in what we do, you know, so that's great.
Yeah, that is very true. All right, well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today, Max. This is your chance if you want to go ahead and give your message to the fans and let people know what's going on with you, and here's your opportunity to say whatever you want uncensored. All
right, everybody, thanks for everything. Like to see everybody on the Enslaved World Tour. Everywhere you are, we are gonna come to a city near you, so come out, see us in the mosh pit, in the circle pit, to fuck shit up with SoulFly. Thank you.
Hello, human scum! This is Odorous Urungus commanding you to continue watching Capital Chaos. They support Guar and anal rape and all kinds of wonderful things.